The Ladies Tour of Norway is a new addition to the Women's World Tour calendar. 4 days of racing began with the prologue, a 3-kilometre time trial through the centre of Halden. Familiar roads for hometown hero Emily Moberg.
It's really cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to kick off this Ladies Tour of Norway. And now that it's a World Tour, it's even bigger. And yeah, it's my hometown and my family is in the organization, so it's really cool, yeah.
It's funny doing a prologue and it's not really a time trial as such. I think there'll be maybe some sprinters in the mix as well. We'll see some of the powerful riders up there.
Of course, I always like to ride my time trial bike. I prefer it to be a little longer, to be honest. But yeah, it's nice that there's a prologue in this race, and for sure I'm gonna give it all. There are quite some technical corners in it, and a turnaround point, which you have to stand still almost and then go again. So I think it's pretty well suited to the sprinters.
Teams were split on tactics for the prologue, with some sending their top riders out early to avoid the anticipated rain later. Marianne Vos was among them, and fresh from her podium at Crescent Vårgårda, she set off fast. Former teammate Roxanne Knetterman had the time to beat, and Vos did just that, taking the lead by some 6 seconds to post a time of 3 minutes and 45. Another big hitter was out shortly after, Ellen van Dijk in her newly retained European champion skin suit. The expert time trialist reached the split at the halfway point on the course, quicker than Vos had, but only just. The Team Sunweb rider maintained her high tempo and flew into the finishing straight to set a new leading time by only 0.6 of a second. Later in the day, disaster struck for Louise Norman Hansen. The Velo Concept rider went down around the halfway mark. She had to abandon the race and was taken to hospital, but was found to have suffered no serious injury. As a result of the stoppage, 3 riders who had their prologues disrupted repeated their runs. Later on, Megan Guarnier, last year's Women's World Tour champion, got to the split in the fastest time of the day. For that, she earned the most aggressive rider title, and with it 10 kilograms of salmon as its prize. But she slipped off the pace in the run-in to take a provisional 3rd place behind Van Dijk and Vos. 21-year-old Lisa Klein followed Guarnier almost immediately, the Cervelo Bigla rider putting her track pursuing skills to good use to claim her best individual Women's World Tour result to date. Her time just a shade under 3 minutes and 46 seconds, being enough to leapfrog Guarnier into 3rd and take the under-23s jersey. 2-time Australian time trial champion Katrin Garfort was one of the very final starters of the day, and looked to be mounting a late challenge to Van Dijk's lead that had remained for almost the whole prologue. But it wasn't to be, the Orica Scott rider missing the win by a single second. Van Dijk's unsurpassable time sealed her first Women's World Tour win. Vos finished 2nd, Garfort took 3rd. Van Dijk also takes the race leader's yellow jersey.
I didn't really expect to win here actually, because yeah, it's such a short prologue. I thought it was maybe too short for me, but yeah, it was just enough, and by only a little time gap with Marianne, but yeah, it was enough.
It's not a shame to be beaten by the European champion, by Ellen van Dijk, and I gave everything out on the course. It's quite technical, so it's difficult, and yeah, you don't want to take too much risk, but you want to be fast, and then I think I gave everything, and I'm satisfied with 2nd.
Van Dijk was not the only Sunweb rider to make the top 10, with French teenager Juliette Labou finishing in 6th. And in the GC, the standings mirror the prologue's results.